Sullivan. Welcome to the Mirella Cimato Gallery in St. Petersburg, Florida. Tonight is the opening of an exhibit of my mosaic work. This is a premiere piece. It's the Betta Beauty. It is a Japanese fighting fish. I thought it would be appropriate, since we're in St. Petersburg, that I would do something that was a little bit nautical. The material that's used here is what's called Italian smalti. And I have some examples of what that material looks like, and I can also show how I actually cut it. I fell in love with mosaics about 20 years ago and started taking classes in Italy, and it has become my most favorite medium in which to work. Now, this is a piece that I find very interesting. This is actually a replica of a mosaic that is in a museum in Istanbul. The original was done in the year 500 during the height of the Byzantine area, where mosaics really came into their own. I decided that, number one, I'd never done a face before, and I loved the mosaic, and so I decided to make a replica of this. This took me about a year and a half to make. Some of the pieces are smaller than my smallest fingernail, but it's a labor of love, and it's something that I've really enjoyed making. The wonderful thing about mosaics is it really lends itself to outdoor art. It's very durable. You use thin set cement as an adhesive. And so this is an example of, or actually a piece that I did that's in the Warehouse Arts District. The Arts District is right along the Pinellas Trail, and this is a gate to the Warehouse Arts District that opens up onto the Pinellas Trail. And now that, as of tonight, the lighting is on the Pinellas Trail, we're really hoping people will take full advantage of going through the Warehouse Arts District and enjoying all of the art. What you're looking at right now is a replica of one of the oldest tools that have ever been used for mosaics. This is called a hammer, obviously, and this is called a hardy. It's embedded into a piece of wood so that it can absorb the shock when I cut the pieces. So there are several primary materials that are used for mosaics. Stone is obviously one of them. And this one is probably the most used, which is called smalti. It is poured in very large plates. This is a quarter of a plate. It's solid color. And these are made primarily in Ravenna and in Venice, Italy. This is a fabulous material to use, and the colors are just remarkable. You cut it to whatever shape you want. And I can keep cutting smaller and smaller.
How long does it take to finish a piece, start to finish?
Well, like anything else, it depends. There's one piece in the gallery that it took me 160 hours to make. Part of it is because it's there are many steps to the process, and this particular piece, which I can show you next, is a piece that was made primarily of smalti, but there were 17 steps in trying to actually create it. With mosaics, you have a lot of flexibility. You can make them very flat, or you can make them, as this piece is, with quite a bit of depth. What I was trying to achieve here was the fact of a butterfly sitting on a branch that was standing out from the background. This particular piece, as I mentioned earlier, took approximately 160 hours. I used primarily smalti, the solid color. The actual process took 17 steps, hence why it took 160 hours. It is a labor of love. People ask me, how can you be so patient with this? And it isn't patience. Like most artists, once I get involved in the color and the texture and creating the different sizes, I get completely lost and look up, and all of a sudden I've spent 5 hours. Thanks for this opportunity to talk to you about my favorite mosaic, my favorite art medium, which is mosaics, and I look forward to visiting you here at the show. Thank you. If you're familiar with the Warehouse Arts District Association, this column and the logo are part of the mosaic that I made at the end of 2018.
Oops.